Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Muhammad RIZAL bin Abdul Manan and my matrix number 211955 and my presentation partner.
My name is Muhammad AMIR bin Muhammad ZAILANI. My matrix number is 211640.
Today, we will give a presentation about the green electricity, including two systems, which are biomass combustion system and runoff river hydropower system. This presentation will be in 5 parts. I will give you some brief introduction on the topic and Muhammad AMIR ZAKWAN will explain the first system, which is biomass combustion system. Then I will continue this presentation by discussing the second system, which is runoff river hydropower system. Next, both of us may give 4 ways to reduce electricity at home. And again, AMIR ZAKWAN will provide the presentation conclusion. As you can see in this slide, this is all about general introduction of this presentation. According to the statistic from the world data in 2020, the amount of electricity consumed in Malaysia total just below 143 billion kilowatt per hour. It is clearly shows us that the importance of electricity in life for Malaysian and people all around the world. Electricity plays an important role in both the production and consumption of goods and services within an economy. Electricity availability has been a major contributor to technological and scientific advancements that have raised the standards of living in many countries. There are several types of systems that can be used to generate electricity, either from renewable energy or from non-renewable energy. There are 3 main objectives here. The first one is to explain about the general method to generate green electricity. Secondly, to discuss in detail about the biomass combustion system. And lastly, to discuss in detail about the runoff river hydropower system. Without further ado, I will pass this presentation to AMIR ZAKWAN first to briefly explain about the 2 systems that we have choose. Go ahead, AMIR ZAKWAN.
Hello everyone. Today I want to explain in detail the biomass combustion system. To be more specific, I only want to focus on one energy sources, which is wood chips. We will be collecting the wood chips from farms or manufacturers. So let me explain in general what will happen in the biomass combustion system. Firstly, plant waste, which is wood chips, wood scraps, sawdust, and crop waste, will be collected from farms or manufacturers. Next, the waste is burned to heat the water, and the hot water creates steam. The pressure of the steam will spin the turbine. After that, the turbine powers the generator, and finally, the generator creates electricity. That was happening in the system. So I will explain further how it works in real life. Firstly, the wood chips will be delivered in lorry and tipped into a feeding system. And as we can see in the picture, the feeding system, which is a chain conveyor, will transfer the wood chips to a furnace. In the furnace, wood chips are incinerated on a grade under controlled condition and produce flue gases of about 1000 degrees Celsius that are let into a steam boiler. In the steam boiler, the flue gases give off heat at a temperature of about 108 degrees Celsius. After going through the boiler, the flue gases are clean. The first step is to capture the large particle of ash in a multi-cyclone. And then a bag filter is used to capture fine ash particles. The dust-free flue gases that come through the bag filter go to a detox reactor where their NOx concentration is drastically reduced. The clean flue gases are now leaked through a flue gases ventilator, a flue gases condenser. The last remaining energy is extracted from the flue gases by further cooling them to about 50 degrees Celsius. This step increases the plant's efficiency. The clean and cool flue gases are discharged through the chimney, and the heat the flue gases have given off in the steam is transformed into high pressure steam, which is led through a pipeline to a turbine. In a turbine, the pressure and temperature of the steam are converted into shaft power output that is used to drive a generator. After the turbine, the expanded steam enters a condenser where it is cooled use where it is cooled further and condenses, thus generating heat. The heat released from the steam condenser and the flue gases condenser is introduced into a district heating system by means of pumps to gas boiler can be brought online as backup or to meet high demand for heat. The green energy generated by generator is fed into the grid as a green energy. If there is no heat requirement from the district heating system, the heat from the steam condenser can be cooled by a cooling tower. So that the turbine can continue to operate. The bioenergy plant convert sustainable wood chips from Eindhoven municipality into hot water and electrical in a high efficient and clean way with the arrival of bioplant and the supply of the renewable heat and green energy. The residents of the new haven can turn on central heating and their light knowing that they will be minimize their environmental impact. This plan contributes to making Rovin one of the leading sustainable development. Technology is the key factor on the road towards a sustainable future. So there are few advantages using this biomass combustion system, which is renewable energy. Biomass energy is a renewable sources because of how it derives. It is from organic matters such as crop waste, wood, and other specific resources that are grown to create energy. It is from natural resources and waste products that are never ending and that we are continually producing. Secondly, woodlands that are easily accessible for biomass energy to generate electricity. Unlike other renewable energy sources such as wind or solar, biomass energy is stored within the organism and can be harvested when it is needed. So there are have the disadvantages which are increase the risk of deforestation because uncontrolled biomass production can lead the depletion of trees as humans seek for more wood to convert to biomass energy. Secondly, biomass energy production requires a lot of space, money, and effort. It's quite expensive to create the biomass energy plant and need a lot of space to be set up. Transport and other resources gathering expensive are quite high. So that's my explanation for the biomass combustion system. So I pass to my partner to continue the presentation.
Thank you, AMIR ZAKWAN. Now, let's look about the run of river hydropower system. First, what is of river hydropower system? Run of hydropower system are hydroelectric that harvest the energy from flowing water to generate electricity in the absence of a large dam and reservoir. A small dam may be used to ensure enough water goes in the penstock. There are differences between this type of hydroelectric generation compared to the others. The system use water as its energy sources. Hydroelectric power plants are usually located on or near a water source. The amount of available energy in moving water is determined by the volume of the water flow and the change in elevation. In general, the higher the elevation and the greater the water flow, the more electricity a hydropower plant can generate. As you all might think, how does this system works? Running water is diverted using a non-impounding structure called a weir. From the weir, the water enters a descender where water sediment settles to the bottom. From the descender, the waters are then transported through a steel pipes called conveyance line, which are laid along the contour of the mountain so as not to disturb the surrounding landscape. Then the water drops a step angle through another steel pipe known as penstock. The penstock leads directly to the power plant, which houses the turbine units and turbine causing a rotating motion and will convert the hydraulic energy to mechanical energy. Since turbines are directly coupled to the generator, such energy will be converted into electrical energy. The generator are in turn connected to a substation where the energy produced is transmitted to the main grid. At the side of the power plant is a tail race where the water passed through the system is brought back to the river in much cleaner state. Next, the system also have its advantages and disadvantages. The advantages of this run-off river hydropower system is no relocation of people and natural habitats. As we compare with hydroelectric dams, there needs a wide area to construct a dam that may cause a destruction of habitat. So since the run-off river system, no need for a receiver, people living along or near to the river do not need to relocate it and natural habitat are preserved. Second advantage is environmentally friendly. Run-off river hydropower system do not use any fuel or does it produce any harmful emission, and it also provides a steady supply of clean energy. For its disadvantages, the system produces unfirm power. Run of the river power is considered an unfirm power because this system has little or no capacity for energy storage and cannot coordinate the output of electricity generation to match consumer demands. It will thus generate much more power depending on the location. Last but not least, the energy produced by the system is limited since it do not hold water as hydroelectric dams do. Now, let's move to the second last part of this presentation, which is the ways to reduce electricity at home. Firstly, invest the energy efficient appliance. Look for the Energy Star label, which is a federal guarantee that the item will use less energy. Second one is open the refrigerator or oven door only when necessary to prevent cold and heating from escaping. Then I hand it over to this presentation to ZAKWAN.
So I will continue. The third ways to reduce electricity at home is shut down your computer when not in use. Computers are some of the biggest energy guzzler. Computers can be turned on and off over 40,000 times, and it won't affect their lifespan. And the last but not least, wait until hot food cool before placing them in the fridge. This will keep the fridge from having to work over time to keep its contents cool. So, before we end our presentation, let me recap the two uses of renewable energy system, which is biomass system and hydropower system. Energy plays a crucial role in modern societies. It has a vital input to all sectors, and it's essential to generate electricity. In other words, all societies require energy services to meet basic human needs such as lighting, heating, and mobility. Let us begin using renewable energy because of the numerous benefits it can provide. So most of us rarely stop thinking about what life might be like without electricity because it is so necessary to our daily life, our daily activity. As we air and water, we take electricity for granted. We depend on electricity on a daily basis to power our television, computers, and lights, as well as to heat and chill our home. So electricity is a convenient and controllable controllable form of energy that is used in the application of heat, light, and power. So that brings us to of our presentation. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, everyone.